Hello and welcome to Detroit Performs. I'm your host DJ Oliver, and today we're at Guernsey Farms Dairy in Northville, Michigan. Because let's get real, food is so good, it just has to be art. Our first Food is Art segment highlights the main event here, their ice cream. Each year families flock to Guernsey to get a taste of this frozen dessert and eat it on this giant rock. Let's take a look at how this tasty treat is created.
There's an art to the perfect scoop. I think just about everybody in our family was trained extensively by my grandfather to scoop that perfect scoop, and it's make it look big and keep the customer happy.
People are looking for a comfort food and entertainment, to bring the families out. And what better product is than ice cream?
The ice cream is important to Guernsey because it's a staple. I mean, it's what people look for. It's been around for 75 years. It's what people put on their table at the end of the night when they're done with dinner, and it's important to us. It's important for our customers.
My father, John McGuire, established the company back in 1940. He started in downtown Northville. He bought it from two gentlemen, Livingston and Applehoff, and it was called the Red Rose Dairy. And he changed the name to Guernsey Dairy because back then everybody knew what a Guernsey was. Guernsey is a cow. Our last name is not Guernsey. The ice cream base is the formula that my dad created when he went to Michigan Agriculture College. It's a 14% mix that he created back then. And then the different flavors come from different flavor houses that come to us, like the Northville Lab right here in Northville. And we take their products and we blend them, and they come up with ideas, and they give us ideas.
Making ice cream is an art form in the respect that you take different flavors that you wouldn't expect to be in ice cream. You've got to find the balance of each flavor to blend with the ice cream mix. You start with that mix, you blend those flavors, and then you start adding candies and variegates and different things to it. The art form, it starts there and it finishes at the end of the process, and that's making sure that the ice cream that's coming out of the freezer is exactly the way you want it. So when you start making ice cream, you basically start with a basic mix. We have 2 or 3 mixes that we work with. We have a basic white mix, a chocolate, and a double dark chocolate. From that point, once you've blended all the products and all the things that you need to make your mix, we pasteurize that mix and then we age that mix. Once the mix has been aged, we come in the next morning and we'll have a run set up of what flavors we're going to run on that particular day. That basic mix will get pumped into flavoring tanks. Those flavoring tanks get the flavor that's added to make that particular flavor. From there, we're going to pump it through what we call a barrel freezer. That barrel freezer will bring the core temperature of the product down to roughly 21.5 degrees. And then from there, we can start adding inclusions, variegates, and things like that. And it comes out into your basic 48-ounce package that you see in retail, or the 3-gallon tubs that we sell to our dipping stores.
The person in charge of making the ice cream has to have a very good taster, because it's kind of an art. You gotta know the taste so that the batches are the same. You work with it. You got to get the right amount of condiments into the ice cream so it's the same every time. You need to get those swirls, the caramels and the fudges. You want it to look good when it's in the dipping store, so it's an art.
Once the ice cream has been blended and we've packaged it, we take that ice cream to a blast freezer. That blast freezer is at -22 below zero with a wind chill of about 40 below. So within 8 hours, we've taken that 21.5 degree product and put it down to less than 10 degrees. And within 12 hours, we should be at about 20 below zero.
Sanders came to us. They took their company and improved, and they came to us because they wanted a quality product.
From there, it kind of blossomed into a really good relationship, and we do a lot of different things with them now, and it's been a great partnership. Having 2 Detroit local companies together, I mean, you can't ask for anything better. That's what's been great about this state, and what's really kind of laid the foundation for the companies that have been able to make it through the recession and the hard times. And it's great to work with local companies and Michigan made. I mean, we want people to know that we're a force to be reckoned with.
Our #1 flavor is butter pecan, which was my dad's favorite ice cream. All the ice cream is made from his basic ice cream formula, but we take different ice creams and we work on them to perfect them. And butter pecan was his favorite, so we worked on that and perfected it back in the 70s.
Batching new flavors really requires us coming up with the flavor profile. Some of it's the recipes that my grandpa had passed on for years. When I was making ice cream, there was different times that you'd be walking along and you'd say, hey, I can make that, I can make that, I can put it into an ice cream. And other times it was sitting down and trying to pick different things and put them together and come up with a different flavor profile. The cream de novi, definitely, you know, we did that several years ago as a kind of a tribute to Novi. Throughout the years, we've done different things. The newest one was the Midnight Train to Travers. You know, when my grandpa turned 100, you know, that was a big flavor, Grandpa's Blueberry Way, and that was a key thing to us. And you know, we wanted to really pay tribute to him and what he's done for this company and for us. Keeping the family in the Guernsey business is important because that's kind of the foundation of what my grandfather built. Everything we do is based on family and the quality and perfection that we all know. And you know, we want to pass that on not only to different generations in our family, but to the surrounding community and people around us. You know, we want people to know what we're about.
From back in the 70s until the 2000, it was myself, and before that it was my brother or my dad, and then now it's my sons are involved in it. We take pride, and all of our employees take pride in being part of the family.
Other creations created at Guernsey, we obviously have our world famous chocolate milk, which was really developed by my grandma and grandpa that spent a lot of time coming up with that. Different products that are unique to us. We believe that we've got probably the best milk in the state.
We have a great restaurant where we serve an excellent roasted chicken, and then with the meals you get a sample of our ice cream if you've never tasted it. So that's a great treat. We have a lot of other new menu items. Chef Jim, who does an excellent job, and he makes some of the best soups that I've ever tasted. And we have our convenience store where you can get some milk and ice cream and a lot of specialty items. And we have our gift baskets and our hot fudge, butterscotch, and chocolate syrup. That when my dad turned 80, he was looking for something to do, so he developed all those products. We'd love to see kids have their big smiles on their face and eating their ice cream and sitting out on the rocks. And if you go around the United States, you'll run into somebody that sat on the Guernsey rocks and remembers eating our ice cream.
It's funny, we were actually here this past Sunday. We stopped in and I was sitting in the car and I looked out and I saw a little kid sitting on the rock eating some ice cream, and it's gratifying. It's probably the most incredible feeling to see someone who's probably doesn't even know who we are, that come here on a regular basis, to enjoy something with their family and what we enjoy on a regular basis. You know, there wasn't a day that went by in our family that we didn't sit down after dinner and we had ice cream. I mean, they're literally every day. And to see those families and those kids and those people and adults coming in, it's remarkable to see after 75 years that tradition still stands very strong in this community.